Shalom, everybody. Welcome. We are so happy to have everybody here on this beautiful Shabbat morning as we prepare ourselves. Okay. Wherever she likes. Not wrong. You know what? Wherever she likes. I'm good. So, awesome. Can you see okay right over there? Shirley, you good right there? Perfect. Okay. I just want to make sure. All right. You're welcome. So I'm going to invite everyone to go ahead and take a moment and turn off your cell phones. And I'm going to invite our photographer who, after he takes this one shot, he is going to be in the back. Bye, David. There you go. I talked to you about this earlier. Come on. He's going to capture all of the moments for us today. But, so therefore, I'm going to invite you to put your cell phones away. We're not going to do any selfies or anything. We've already posted earlier. But we'll do them afterward. And we'll be able to connect in those ways later on. But for right now, we're going to disconnect in order that we can truly connect with one another and enjoy Shabbat. So first what we're going to do is we're going to warm up our voices and prepare ourselves for our worship. So Patrick, can you help us kind of warm up our voices this morning?
We join together in this melody known as the tune. It is a melody that has no specific words. We sing all the syllables together live, so we focus on how music makes us feel as we warm up our mind, body, spirit, and voice. Please join as we sing with us live.
So for some of you, you were here not too long ago, but not necessarily here, but you were present with Temple Beth when Anthony became a bar mitzvah. But we were not in our facility. We had suffered a fire, and so we were at a Mormon steakhouse of a congregational church very close to here. And it's nice to be back. So those of you who are back here at Temple Beth Shalom, welcome to our new space. And we're glad that you all get to experience this here. Last night we had the chapel night at the sanctuary. We're going to give you the whole tour. We're going to experience every part of the campus. But those of you who this is your first time at Temple Beth Shalom or at a Shabbat morning service, I want to say welcome. And just to kind of also give you some idea of what's going to be happening throughout the service, so that way you can feel comfortable with it and you can participate, because this is Shabbat worship. And so this is not a performance. Alanah is going to be leading us in our Shabbat worship today, and I know she's going to greatly appreciate having everybody be a part of it with her and participating with her, right? right? Or do you want totally solo? You want participation. So in order to do that, first you need to have your prayer books, and the prayer books are right in front of you, or for those of you in the front row, they're underneath your seats. There you go. Now, for those of you who've never been to a service before, what do you do? I take you are Alanah's friends from school, right? Awesome. What do you guys notice about these books? They're backward. Exactly. It's crazy. They open from the opposite end. Printer's mistake. Not really. So they're backward because Hebrew is the language of the Jewish people, and it is read from right to left instead of left to right, which means then that the book opens the opposite direction. Now, this prayer book, you will notice anywhere that there is Hebrew in the prayer book, there's two columns. On the right-hand side is with the Hebrew letters itself. The left-hand column is what's called transliteration, which allows anybody who might not necessarily know how to read Hebrew be able to see how to sound out the Hebrew words. Then if you're looking for just the translation, what it all means, it's always right below. So just to give you a heads up throughout the service, we're not necessarily going to do all of the prayers in both Hebrew and English. It will be either or. So if you kind of want to go, oh, what are they saying? What are they doing? The English is always right below. And sometimes some different alternative readings that have the same theme. Like in a moment when we do a lesson for Thanksgiving. So there might be some alternative type of readings with that same idea of Thanksgiving. Throughout, there's going to be not only reading the prayers, but also singing, as the cantor exemplified there with his nigun, a song with no words. Throughout the service, we invite you to sing along with us. It's okay. Lila works very, very well. And don't feel like, oh, I can't sing. I'm always off key. I shouldn't participate. That's what worship is. Worship is participating together and being a part of it as a community. And Alanah will be very, very grateful for that, and if you participate with her. Now, Alanah's prayer book, by the way, is a little bit different than everybody else's. Thank you, my dear. It's bigger and it's a different color. This is because her prayer book is not only for Shabbat services, but there are services for the weekday, there are services for festivals throughout the year. So she has the full version of what's called Mishkan Tefillah. She also, her version, does not have the transliteration that I told you about earlier with Hebrew. She just has all Hebrew in there. So she reads directly from that. Now that means though with our prayer books, because we have only the Shabbat version's pages are different than the pages that are in Alanah's book. Bless you. So therefore, we're going to be following along in our books with the pages that are written in blue. You'll notice there's two different sets of page numbers on the very bottom. You'll see black page numbers and blue page numbers. When Alanah calls out pages that we're on, we're going to refer to the pages that are in blue. So that way everybody knows where we're at throughout the service. Don't worry if you get kind of caught up with some of the other readings and get lost in the prayer book, Alanah will continue to remind us where we're at so we can join together. So we're going to sing. We're going to do some readings together. We're going to be listening later on when Alanah does give us a teaching about Torah. So a lot is going to be happening throughout the service. We have family members that are going to be participating later on in our Torah service. You'll notice that when we pray, there are times that we'll ask everyone to stand. It's a way of showing respect before God. There's some choreography that happens sometimes that you'll notice that sometimes we'll bow, and that's bowing in humble reverence before God. So there's a lot of things that kind of happen throughout the service. And those of you who this is your first time here, just observe it and see and see kind of what the rhythm is throughout the Shabbat. But also allow yourself to find moments of reflection too. That's kind of the beauty of being in this wonderful space together. We also pray with what we wear. So we have the kippah, or the yarmulke, the head covering as a reminder that God is present all around us. And then finally there is the talit, the prayer shawl. That is a reminder. So we have fringes. We're commanded to wear fringes on the corners of our garments. that when we look at these fringes, that we are reminded of the 613 commandments that God has given to us. Now, that's a lot of commandments. That's a lot of things to do. But we're not able to actually fulfill all 613 of the commandments because the temple, capital T, in Jerusalem no longer exists. So part of our practice, we can't do that anymore. But we're still commanded to study all of the mitzvot, all of the commandments, and to find how we connect with them today in our modern age. And we do find those ways of making them relevant and a part of our Jewish lives. Well, when a young man becomes a bar mitzvah, he receives his first talit. And when a young woman becomes a bat mitzvah, a daughter of the commandments, she receives her very first talit. So Alanah, if you will come join me up here, along with your grandparents, Elliot and Kathy Schnee. Come on up as you receive your first talit.
Alanah, as you begin to lead our congregation in prayer, we give thanks for this day and for the years of growth and learning that have preceded it. On behalf of Baba and Seda, we present you with this talit. This talit represents a history of tradition that goes all the way back to our ancestors in the Sinai Desert. As you wear this talit, you are being wrapped in that tradition. We pray that the Jewish tradition always brings you nourishment and life. This talit also represents the embrace of your family. We watch you now with awe and pride as you enter young womanhood. We pray that as you wear this talit, you will always remember the love of your family. The fringes on this talit represent the commandments of God to live in holiness. We pray that as you look upon these fringes, you always remember to walk in the ways of holiness, truth, and righteousness, and that God's love and blessing will accompany you your whole life through. We are so proud of you as you begin this sacred day.
Amen. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, eternal soul of the universe, who makes us holy with the mitzvot of wearing fringes on the corners of our garment. Blessed God. As we have so many reasons to give thanks today for all of our blessings of friends and family, and so many things that happen within our lives each and every day, we turn to page 186 in our prayer books for Modeh Moda Ani. We rise now to turn page 226 for Baruch the call to worship.
Thank you, Susan. Continue dancing together for their opera on page 234. Their house is Alanah, and house is Ola, and house is Omnia, and then I do, I very I shall be the solid heart, I know I love it. I shall say to him, may I rest his body, the Ola and the on me, to continue on page 240, Amy Humble. To all generations you will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the Lord God.
We join together at the bottom of page 250 as we sing Vishnu.
continue on page 252. Alanah, Berlay, Alanah, Alanah, Betsay, Inu, Kasanu, Kashanu, Betsakha, Betsane, Kasanu, Betsakha, Sabenu, Betsakha, Betsamenu, Betsakha, Betsamer, Betanu, Beotakha, Beena, Betamenu, Alanai, Alanah, Behawa, Betson, Shabbat, Betshakha, Be'er, Israel, Mikashe, Shinaha, Baruch, Asa, Adonai, Mekadesh, and Shabbat. We continue on page 254. Mitzvah, Adonai, Elohim, Lamcha, Israel, Eshulacham, Be'ahava, Tikaber, Eshu, Levason, Hamid, Havabat, Israel, Anaka, El, Rav, Yeshua, Ram, Hine, El, Anadecha, Bethamenu, Betot, Ruchacha, Alinu, Betahazana, Alinu, Beshudecha, Etzion, Berachamim, Baruch, Asa, Adonai, Hamakasir, Hinasel, Etzion. Please join me on page 257. For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenge in our imagination. For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons, for the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and its seasons. The human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and prevention. For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared. For all who have labored and suffered for a fair world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom. For human liberty and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose. We pray that we will live not by our fears but by our hope, not by our words but by our deeds. Blessed are you, Adonai, and name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai,
As we continue now on page 258, joining together, sing Shalom. Sing Shalom to Alanah, in goodness and Rachamim, Ya'akov Yisrael, Alanah. Sing Shalom, bring goodness and Rachamim, Ya'akov Yisrael, Sing Shalom,
We continue silent meditation.
We continue our service now with Seder Kriyat Torah, with the service for reading of Torah. Now, Torah is the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, all put together in one scroll. Now, earlier, you probably noticed when we opened up the Ark doors behind us and we approached them for our blessings called the Amidah, there were 6 Torah scrolls in the Ark behind us. Each of those Torah scrolls is exactly the same in the sense that each of those Torah scrolls contain the first 5 books of the Bible. Yet each of those Torah scrolls is also very unique in the sense that they come from different places in the world, different ages, written by different scribes. Every Torah scroll is handwritten, and in a little bit, I'll be inviting everybody to come forward who would like to come up and see the Torah scroll up close and personal, so you can kind of get a glimpse as to what it looks like on the inside. Now, what's inside the Torah? Well, we know literally what it is, but what it is also is it's our history. It's the stories of our tradition, the stories of our people. I mentioned earlier, there are 613 commandments inside of it, all spread out throughout, telling different ways and approaches to living our lives. And it's also a bit of a window into the future, because Torah, while it's been written down for thousands of years, the exact same way, you don't change anything in it, you keep it exactly the same. What we do change, what we adapt, what we carve, is really how we take the words of Torah that are thousands of years old, make them relevant to our lives today. So often we'll look at something, we'll look at a story, or we'll look at some rules, and we'll say, well, is that really relevant to who we are and to what our lives are today in this modern age? Torah is called Eitz Chaim. It's a tree of life, which means it's living, it's growing. So when we read Torah and we study it, we then have to ask that important question. And we find out, how does it apply to our lives today? How do these stories, how do we weave them into meaning for who we are and where we're going? Part of the blessing of today is not only having Alanah lead us in our Shabbat worship, but especially for having Alanah be our teacher. Alanah, you have been studying for this moment for years, and you have been studying this Torah portion for months. And together we were able to read through it and wrestle with it and ask those questions about what's the meaning of it. And we are honored to not only be seeing you as a student today, but especially to see you as our teacher. So in a little while we'll invite you to share some of those words of Torah, which is our Torah. But for now, let us begin our service for the reading of Torah, which will include a number of family members and friends. Will include our taking out our Torah scrolls and marching the Torah scrolls through the congregation. I want to make sure that something is very clear though, because there's something about perception. Perception becomes somebody's reality. When we take our Torah scroll out, and we're going to pass it from generation to generation to generation, we then march through the congregation with the Torah scroll. And you're going to notice some people will take their prayer books, they'll reach out and they'll kiss it, or they'll seat their tally tote. It's not that we worship Torah. We do not worship Torah. Okay? Important commandment. There's only one God, that we only worship God. Rather, that act of walking through the congregation with the Torah scroll and the fact of people kissing it and so forth, it's a level of respect, number one. And second of all, it's a reminder that Torah belongs to each and every one of us. It doesn't belong to me, it doesn't belong to the camper, it belongs to all of us. And so when we march the congregation with the Torah scroll, it's that great reminder of, hey, this is ours. So we'll have that wonderful moment together shortly. So let's turn to our prayer books now, page 362, as we begin our reading of Torah. It is my honor to call forward for passing Torah through the generations. Just right down here, I'm going to leave the two of you right there if you like as well, or if you want to stand, you're welcome to. But we're going to have Lionel and Harriet Gillerman, along with Shirley Schnee and Elliot and Kathy Schnee and Stacy Schnee and Alanah Schnee, all together, just right down here in front. I'll bring Torah to you. You stay right where you are. I'm going to bring it over to you. Perfect. So we're going to put Shirley right there with you. But I'm going to go ahead and have, Elliot and Kathy and Stacy and Alanah. Perfect. Come a little bit closer because then I'm going to turn you guys around in just a second. Nobody can say like that. Oh, yeah, don't worry. I'll get to where you need to be. Okay. And I'm going to invite forward to open our doors right now, Maya Schnee and Tyler Upatia, to come forward as we invite everyone to please rise. And we continue in the middle of page 362. Page 363. In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Page 366.
Baruch Shematan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shematan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Israel b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Gadol Shemo. Gadol Almighty, Umerov Memo Shemo Yachad.
The gift of Torah has been passed on from generation to generation. This Torah scroll especially is very important and significant to our people. This Torah scroll is over 275 years old and was rescued from Eastern Europe following the Holocaust. After a congregation was destroyed by the Nazis, before it was destroyed, they took out the Torah scrolls and other Judaic items and put them into warehouses in the hopes of creating someday a museum to the lost people. As the Jewish people, we are far from lost. We are here. And this Torah scroll is a reminder to us, to all people, that while there are those who may try to destroy us, that they can't. They can't destroy the spirit. They can't destroy the people. And so, how amazing to have this scroll as that wonderful reminder and as that gift. It is the gift also that each of you bring to us by also having Alanah here today as a bat mitzvah. So you have held Torah in your hearts and in your arms. It has been a part of you. You have given that knowledge of learning and that love of Jewish life. You have given it to your children. And you have been teachers. And you have also been those who lead by example in giving this beautiful gift of Torah to you, Alanah. From generation to generation, it is passed on. May its weight always keep you rooted in who you are, but may it also always lift you up and inspire you, as you inspire us, as we walk now in the light of So before you're seated, if there is anybody who would like to come up to come see the Torah, we invite everybody to come forward. So don't be shy. Come on up if you'd like to see Torah. If you've never seen it before, don't worry, there's nothing electrical here. It's going to zap you, I promise. Come on up, come see it. Something unique. Otherwise, if you're not coming up, feel free to be seated. Hi. Yeah. This morning, Come on over on this side too. There you go. Perfect. All right. There is a few. Come closer. I don't bite. Hard. All right. Come on up. Gather around. Wherever you like to. Perfect. That's right there. Perfect. Let's go a little bit more. There we go. Hey, RJ. Here, you know what? I'm going to do this for you. Let's make it so it's not all crumpled up like that. Perfect. And then, actually, wait. How do you just go ahead and sit down on the chair with her? They're not RJ was balance in that too. So the Torah, first of all, because it's a scroll, it's good to have it bound together. Otherwise, it's like all over the place. And all of our Menenitzen students on a retreat in 7th grade, they make their own Torah binder. So here you go. This is Alanah's Torah binder. There we go. Her friend's like, oh, it's awesome. Perfect. She can hire out to make up Torah binders as well. Beautiful. So Alanah, thanks very much. And we encourage our students every time they call the Torah, bring their Torah binder with music. So the Torah, where is my God? Oh, there's her God. There it is. Perfect. Thank you very much. All right. So as I mentioned earlier, the Torah is handwritten. So a scribe will sit down with another Torah next to him or her, or a book called Tikkun, and copy it word for word, letter for letter, exactly the way it's been copied down for thousands of years. So you are not allowed to change anything in the Torah. You can't take away any letters, you can't add any, you can't change the words, the order, anything like that. It has to remain exactly the same. That's the beauty of it. But if you notice, there are no vowels, which are the little dots and dashes. If you look in your prayer books when you go back, look at Hebrew, you'll see little dots and dashes underneath the letters or on top of the letters. So there are no vowels in here because originally there were no vowels. If I was to give you all something to read in English with no vowels, you have no problem because you know the language. Well, that used to be the case, many, many generations ago. We all spoke Hebrew, and because we all lived in one concentrated area, line, so I don't know how to use it. I bless you. Gesundheit. If I write without any lines, this, all sorts of things. So it's kind of amazing how the scribes are able to write it so perfectly. So no punctuation, no vowels. It's just a matter of studying and knowing what to read, and Alanah's been studying it for a long time. Along with it, we have a wonderful, unique opportunity today because all of the Torah readers are women and are generation to generation to generation. So we're going to have Grandma reading the first Aliyah, then we're going to have Alanah's mom reading the second Aliyah, and then we're going to have a lot of reading the third and the fourth Aliyah, right? There we go. So 3 generations of Shnees reading Torah. Any questions regarding the Torah? Oh my gosh, you're right. I'm so sorry. The last ingredient of the Torah, of the ink, which gives it its shine and everything, and makes it so beautiful, is honey. There you go. Thank you so much. Oh, she's like, Rabbi, where's your shtick? Come on. Right, because Torah should be as honey on your lips. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Thank you very much. All right. Any other questions? Is this anything, guys? I love you're paying attention. All of you. It's awesome. Any questions? Any questions want to know? No? So it takes a scribe about a year, by the way, to write a Torah scroll. Okay, because they're handwriting it. You can't put it through a computer and do it that way. It always has to be handwritten. Oh, do you know what they used to write Torah scroll with? Not a Sharpie. They use a feather, exactly, a quill. So old-fashioned feather and quill. That's crazy? It is. I know, it is crazy. Oh, do you know what happens if they make a mistake? They have to start all over again, unless they gotta try to scrape it off. If they can scrape it off and then correct it, that's awesome. But if they can't, they gotta start that entire panel, which is between 3 to 5 columns. They have to start all over again. So RJ, it would be nuts if you were at the last word right there and made a mistake and couldn't fix it. But no, that's a really great. No, it's a great question. Can you use whiteout? Use whiteout. That means you're cheating, exactly. Now, sometimes though, some Torah scrolls can get holes in them, so we can put patches into them, and it kind of looks a little like whiteout, but it's not. It's another piece of parchment that gets stuck in there, and then you have to write on top of that. That's awesome. No, well, yeah, this is awesome. Okay. All right, thank you all very much. You may return to your seats. Thank you, RJ. Thank you. Good job. All right. So, as I mentioned, will you hold on to that for me? We're going to hold on to that until Josh Spiegel. Who's Josh Spiegel? Okay, he'll be our Hagba and Torah holder later. No, wait, that's all All right, so we are reading from Parshat Emor. We just passed the very center of the Torah, Kedoshim, last week, and so we're still in the book of Leviticus. So Leviticus is the 3rd book of Torah, and Leviticus is filled with a lot of laws and a lot of explanation about the Kohanim, the priests, who used to do all of the work, all the sacrifices and so forth in the temple in ancient times. And if you kind of wonder what the temple looked like, the yellow glass window in the back of the sanctuary there over to your left, that is Herod's temple. So that's the 2nd temple in Jerusalem. And the temple itself is the little building, tall building, right in the middle of that platform there. So the Kohanim, they did all of their work up on top in that temple there. And so that's what Leviticus is really helping give to us, are all the laws and rules, and then we have to today say, how do we get relevant? What's the meaning behind it? So, with that, let's begin our first reading. Cantor, our first Aliyah.
For our first Alanah, Shanti Mizrahi, Karen Spiegel, Karen Sabah, Abdul Batana, and Bob Spiegel, Ruvain, Yosef, and Uri, reading from the Torah, Happy Schnee, Hana Abdul Batana, and reading the English translation, Schnee, Yahu Ben Taya Bashir.
Baruch Adonai Habarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamelach Olam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher b'kavanu mikol ha'amim. V'nassamanu le'asarto. Baruch Atah Adonai Meloseinu Torah.
Amen.
Vayaseh ben ish hashavat ben ish mitzri v'tov b'nei Yisrael v'yinatzu v'chamer ben ha-Yisraeli b'nei Yisraeli v'yikol ben Haisha, HaYisraeli, et Hashem, Vayikaleo, Vayabihu Oto, El Moshe, B'Shem Imu, Shlomi, Vadavari, Lemat Hadam, Vayamiku, Vayishmar, Vibru, Lahem, Al-Pi Adonai.
It happened that the son of the Israelite woman, whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the people of Israel. And this, the son of the Israelite woman and a man of Israel fought together in the camp. And the Israelite woman's son blasphemed the name of Adonai and cursed. And so they brought him to Moses. Now his mother's name was Shlomot, the daughter of the Bree of the tribe of Dan. And they put him in custody until the decision of Adonai should be made clear to them.
Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan banu et That's it.
Baruch Atah Adonai, Notei HaTorah.
For our second Aliyah, chanting the blessing, Tanya Spiegel, Tanya Shoshana, Bahuving the Karen, Rebecca Spiegel, Rivka Sarah, Bahuving the Karen, Rachel Spiegel, Rachel, Aline, Bahuving the Karen, Isaac Spiegel, Yitzchak, Meir, and Bahuving the Karen, and Karen Schnee, Chaya, Kayla, Bach Shmuel, the Nafuma. Reading from the Torah, Stacy Schnee, Hava Anit, Bat Eliyahu, the Hana, and reading the English translation, Jason Schnee, Yehoshua, Lazar, and Eliyahu, the Hana.
Then Alanah spoke to Moses, saying, "Take the blasphemer outside the camp, and let all who heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let the whole community stone him. Then you shall speak to the people of Israel, saying, Whoever curses his God shall bear his guilt. One who blasphemes the name of Alanah shall surely be put to death, and the whole community shall stone him. Stranger or citizen, when someone blasphemes the name of Alanah, he shall be put to death."
For our third Aliyah, chanting the blessing, Anthony Schnee, Abraham, and Alanah. Reading from Torah Alanah Schnee and reading the English translation Sem Schnee, Shaku Ze'ev, Ben Yehoshua, Bechaya Kela.
Now, while we're talking Torah right now to read from Torah, actually, you're just acting as the agent for your brother. See, we are all commanded to read from Torah, and sometimes, we want to have that agent who can there and support and for us to help us fulfill that mitzvah. So, how wonderful, Alanah, that you are helping your bigger brother, your older brother, fulfill that mitzvah. Yeah, let me take it to you.
Anyone who kills another human being shall surely be put to death. Anyone who kills a beast shall be restitution's way. Beast for beast, anyone means his neighbor as he has done so, shall it be done to him. Fracture for fracture, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. The injury that he has inflicted on another shall be inflicted on him.
We're going to make Alanah go back to her seat now, so we can officially call her forward as a mitzvah. I'm going to invite Kathy and Elliot and Stacy, the three will come forward. You're not reading again, don't worry. But this is an important moment to be able to share with Alanah, so all you guys come right over here. And now,
Ta'amod, Haba Pura, Haba Mitzvah, Imada Bat Habadani Aliyah Torah.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bacharanu b'kohanim, v'natanu lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech
Amen.
Umake Betema Yeshamena, Umake Adam Nirman, Mika Echad, Idiel Lachet, Hager Hazra, Idiel, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Vayidaber Moshe, Adonai Yisrael, Vayotzi et HaMekaleh, Amidus Lamachaneh, One who does a deed shall make restitution for it, but one who does a human being shall be put to death. You shall have one standard for stranger and citizen alike, for I, Alanah, am your God. Moses spoke thus to the Israelites, and they took the blasphemer outside the camp and pelted him with stones. The Israelites did as Alanah had commanded Moses. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'hayei olam lecha b'tzorkeinu. Baruch atah Adonai, Noti Torah.
Amen. Yasher Torah. Right now, there you go. Beautiful. So I'm going to invite the three of you to go ahead and take a seat. And after you can, Alanah, you can take a seat too, as we take a moment for Mishavera before we conclude with our Torah service. And so we offer a prayer of healing for all of those who are in need of healing of mind, body, and spirit. I invite you at this time to think about those family and friends, those in our community, in our world, who are in need of healing. Yishberach Avatenu Bimotenu Sarah, Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah. Hu yivarech et hacholim hakadosh baruch hu yimaleh rachamim aleichem. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, bless and heal all of those who are ill. May the blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say, Amen. It's my pleasure to call forward now R.J. Spiegel. He'll bring the Torah cover up, and Joshua Spiegel will be Chagba and also holding our Torah scroll. So perfect. I'll just switch this way just a little bit, and we invite everyone to please rise. Please be seated. Amen. Gotcha. So we turn now in our prayer books to page 374. We rise as we return the Torah to the Ark.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Everyone should be treated equally regardless of their happy defects or disability. How many people here think that people with defects should be treated the same as someone without a defect? I have just read from Part 1 in the book of Leviticus. This reading talks about the laws that the high priest needs to follow and how he is supposed to be in charge of the sanctuary and the sacrifices. It also talks about the donations and offerings that are acceptable to the sanctuary. This portion discusses the calendar of holidays which we celebrate, including Shabbat, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, as well as others. It finishes with the laws controlling profanity, murder, and maiming of others. I'd like to talk about Moses speaking to Aaron, his brother, and also the high priest, and telling him that no man of his offspring who has a defect will be allowed to offer a sacrifice to God. He also told Aaron that no one with a defect shall be qualified to offer a sacrifice to God. Some of these defects include blindness, having a limb too short or too long, having a broken arm or leg, or being a dwarf. The portion continues that no man who is an offering of Aaron who has a defect will be allowed to offer the Lord's offering by fire. He is allowed to eat the food of the sacrifice, but he is not allowed to go behind the curtain or go near the altar. In other words, if any person has a defect, they are not allowed to go near the altar or perform an offering of fire. This shows us that even the Torah speaks about discrimination towards people with defects not being allowed to do certain things. These defects are minor, but how many times do we see people with defects or other disabilities if they are caught today treated differently? The Talmud says, "Do not look at the container but what is in it." In Judaism, the month of February is Jewish Disability Awareness and Inclusion Month. During this month, Jews from all over the world join together in an effort to raise awareness and support the rights of people with disabilities. Together, we can offer a community that includes and emphasizes the value, dignity, and capability of each and every individual. Our Jewish values and traditions provide peaceful moments that support the movement moving forward. In the Bible, it states, "We do not live in a place of stumbling blocks before people with disabilities." By ignoring or not identifying their needs, we do inadvertently place a stumbling block before them. We need to remove these stumbling blocks so that their world has an open door to the world everyone lives in. Even when someone is sick, either with a simple flu or life-threatening cancer, this becomes a stumbling block. I wanted to find a way to remove stumbling blocks before those who are very sick. Therefore, my Mitzvah project involved along with Alanah House. For the past 2 years, I have participated in the Along with Alanah Block to raise money to support the house and the Residential Hospital. I am also volunteering at the home to take desserts for the residents through the Mitzvah program, and I'm collecting soda pop pads which are turned into money. I plan to volunteer at the house for a year when I get into high school. The Along with Alanah House is an independent nonprofit organization whose mission is to create, fund, and support programs that directly improve the health and well-being of children. They provide a place for families to stay when their children are in the hospital fighting serious illnesses and injuries. I want to encourage everyone here to be part of removing these stumbling blocks by partnering with me in either working with the Along with Alanah House or donating money or even pop pads from soda cans to help the great work they do for those in need. Becoming a bar mitzvah means that I am an adult in the eyes of the Jewish faith. It also means that I need to be more responsible for my community and treat it with respect and take care of it so that it will be here for many years to come. Becoming a bar mitzvah means that I am obligated to follow the commandments. This ceremony publicly marks this obligation, along with the fact that I have the right to take part in leading religious services without any limit. The minimum number of people needed to perform certain parts of religious services, and this is just another step in my Jewish education. I'm thankful for so many things, but I would like to start out by thanking Rabbi and Cantor for helping me prepare for my bar mitzvah. We have only been members of CBS for a short time, and I feel like this is my village home. And to Karen and Uncle Bobby, thank you for being I would like to thank my Aunt Ross for always supporting me and putting together my video. And friend and Uncle Jason, thank you for being a phone call away whenever I needed help with anything. I would like to thank my cousin Ryan for being there for me and always laughing and making me laugh. Sam, thank you for being competitive because it has made me even more competitive when I play sports. I am lucky to have great grandparents here to help me celebrate. Baba, Zeta, and Grandma. Thank you for being role models and learning and supporting me. Next, I'd like to thank my grandparents, Alma and Opa, or as most of you know, Kathy and Elliot, for taking care of me and loving me. Opa, thank you for taking me to Hebrew school, and Alma, thank you for picking me up and not forgetting me. Even though I did text you a couple of times where I am. Also, thank you for pushing me to do my best and helping me with my Hebrew and schoolwork. I would like to thank my brother Anthony for being annoying sometimes, but for also being nice. Yes, we do fight like a normal brother and sister relationship, but at the end of the day, we love each other, and I think that is what matters the most. Tyler, thank you for being my little brother and being nice to me because I appreciate it. And yeah, sometimes we do not want to have siblings because we are annoying, but I'm thankful for my brothers. I never met my daughter Dee, and today would have been her 81st birthday, but I know that she is with us in spirit and will be proud of me. Finally, I would like to thank my mother for loving me and having me. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for her. Last but not least, thank you everyone for being here to help me celebrate this special event in my dear Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Yes, Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and thank you for coming to help celebrate Ron becoming a bat mitzvah. Today, 22 years ago, I was up here celebrating my bat mitzvah, and as she said, it's her great grandmother's birthday. Tradition kind of goes far in our family, so I hope to grandma on this day, her bat mitzvah, make the tradition. She's the smart one. She knows when to do it. And I like the project that you chosen for your Mitzvah project. I can see you being really pleased with that. And you're really good. I'm very proud of you. So I'm your grandparent. You do that. Alanah, today you become a bar mitzvah, not just in front of your family and your friends, but also as a part of our congregational community, our congregational family. And so we have some blessings for you and some gifts as well. So I'm going to invite forward, representing our board of directors, with us today, the president of our congregation, Andrea Wasserman. And representing our sisterhood, Sarah Schweitz. Representing our brotherhood today, Cantor Weinwald. Our brotherhood. And especially now your youth, presenting the youth group and your friends. I want to invite forward Talia, Caitlin, Sabine, and Lauren. So the four of you will come up, although you come first. Sarah. Ladies, here you go. You're starting. No, you're starting.
Alanah, congratulations You're funny, nice, kind, honest, dependable, and you're always smiling. I mean, this is you're easy to heart, and you're always going to be there. Next, you listen to your So, you're always pushing us to have better people, and you're always going to have the best qualities. Just remember, no matter what kind of situation you're in, we'll always be there for you. Here's the third message. Anyone who has ever met you has definitely known you're not a shallow kid. You always have a smile on your face when you're meeting. I hope you will enjoy yourself and everything else the day because we'll all go by in a different time. I enjoy getting to know you and how it would be many more years in advance. I love going to talk to the missions with you. Thank you so much for being here. And to us as families, every person you meet, you'll always want to every day. On behalf of the professional leaders who present to you your own adult.
They were beautiful. Yes, I like the dress, the big on. So, you did a magnificent job. I'm really honored to be here today and represent the Temple of Shalom Sisterhood. The ladies of the Sisterhood are very proud of you. I'm proud of you. And I know the whole Temple of Shalom family is really wishing you the very best. And I have to say that I'm very impressed that May 21st is a very important day in your family's life. So I keep that in mind when we have another occasion. Maybe we choose to do it May 21st. Okay? And so you, for example, you are very good student, hardworking, and you always have a smile on your face. I really met you when you were the grandparents who come to Temple every Friday night, and for your brothers from Mitzvah, and now with you. So keep up the good work, and also remember, just completed a chapter in your Jewish education. This is not the end, it's just you completed one chapter, and I'm starting a new one. I hope we'll see you for confirmation, and I hope you will continue your Jewish education. It is studying Judaism. It helps us to identify with the religion and makes us also proud of our identity. So I would like to say that for this occasion, Present from Sisterhood is a Kiddush card. Here it is for you to use in good health on happy occasions. You take it and use it every Friday night, now that you're at home. And then when you go to college, you take it along with you and use it in college. And then to graduate school. And then after that, you use it in your home when you get married. You know that in this order. So, Alanah, today is a day of blessings, and I hope you enjoy the party that is your family prepared for you because you deserve it, okay? And I want to give you my blessing on this special day. May the years ahead, be for you happy, healthy, prosperous, and filled with shalom, peace. Mazel tov.
So, Alanah, you have worked so hard for this day. I've seen that recently with you working together, and I hope that we will get to come again before sometime soon in the future. Remember your name? You can chant beautifully as you did today. The very first time I get to represent the brotherhood today. And so on behalf of the brotherhood presenting you with this beautiful tzedakah box, which I think you've also found through your journey to becoming a Mitzvah, that the acts of doing mitzvot, we talked about music video this week also, the acts of doing mitzvot and doing tikkun olam, preparing our world by putting one of the children
Shabbat Shalom. Alanah, you've done a tremendous job leading us all through Shabbat services this morning. You've obviously dedicated yourself, worked hard, and prepared. That commitment has brought you to this day with great success. Today's celebration, you feel like the end of a long journey, and I'm confident that today is only the beginning. Your Jewish life and study will grow from here and continue to be an important part of who you are. On behalf of the Board of Directors, we are honored that you have already been using our gift to you in prayer book. Continue to use it in good health, not only for Shabbat, but for festivals and weekdays. There are some beautiful readings that you might find uplifting and inspiring to God. Also, I would like to present you your certificate of becoming a Bat Mitzvah, along with a certificate to help you continue your Jewish high school program, and a scholarship from NIFTY, the North American Federation of Temple Youth, to help get you to Israel so that you can visit your final gift. A tree has been planted in Israel in your honor by Rabbi Cohen from London. And as Rabbi Cohen says, don't forget to water it, and your watering day is Thursday. Mazel tov to you.
Thank you. I'm so excited to leave this up here. So, Alanah, you're going to be receiving a lot of lessons today, and you need to remember that each of us, actually we all need to remember that each of us have the power to bless. And so throughout the day, we invite you to definitely give words of blessing to Alanah on this wonderful occasion of her becoming a Bat Mitzvah. I'd like you to just take a moment to kind of breathe. There's a lot of pressure was put onto you just now. Now in high school, college, graduate school, grandchildren on the 21st. So just one thing at a time. It's all good. But at this time, I want to invite forward your mom and also Kathy and Elliot, your grandparents, to come forward with us as we get to bestow upon you the blessings of our people. We invite everyone to please rise. Alanah, you stand here in front of the open ark before Torah scrolls, with your family, with your friends, and before God. You have accepted the responsibilities of becoming a Bat Mitzvah. This is not a right. This is not you get to show up and say, hey, I want to become a Bat Mitzvah. And that's all there is to it. This is an honor. This is a privilege that one has to earn. And all of our students, they work very hard in order to earn it. Today, you have earned this right, this privilege, and our honor of being able to be called to Torah as a Bat Mitzvah. To be able to stand here and be counted amongst the people of Israel as a young adult in our congregation. Your voice has always mattered. You've always been a very outspoken and passionate young woman. But today, even more so, recognize the responsibility that is upon you. To speak out for injustice, to speak out when someone is in need, to not just walk on and turn a blind eye when somebody is not treated fairly or with compassion. You taught us that in this week's parashah. The challenge of saying, wait a second, if somebody doesn't look like we do, if somebody is different than we are, it shouldn't and it doesn't matter. That each and every person should be treated equally, with respect and with dignity. And there are some times that you can't tell just by looking at someone that there are special gifts that they have. That requires us to look deeper into a person, to get to know somebody beyond the surface, It's really easy to look at somebody on the surface and make a judgment. But you see, the surface only tells part of the story. Alanah, throughout your entire life, may you always look deeper into a person. Don't judge based on the outside. Don't judge a book by its cover, which, by the way, you were always reading too, my brother. But you know that the words within, the stories that are deep hidden inside the cover, tell so much. May you always continue to do that. Through the eyes, we find the soul and the whole being. And then we find the blessings of all that they are. Just as we see the blessings of who you are, of what you have done, what you have experienced. But what is really exciting is we get to see the spark of a future that is so bright and that's filled with so much excitement, challenges, and opportunities. So with that, we give to you our blessings, the blessings of our people, that you can carry them always with you on this amazing journey that we call life.
יבורכך אדוני וישמרך.
May God bless you, watch over you.
יאהב אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך.
May God's light shine on you, in you, and through you. May God always be gracious to you.
יישא אדוני פניו אליך ויעשה לך שלום.
Alanah, may you always feel God's presence around you. May God always give to you a life that is filled with good health and with happiness, but especially a life that is filled with shalom, with wholeness, and with peace. As we remain standing, and we turn once again in our prayer books for Alanah the Shabbat, our closing blessings on page 586. Aleinu l'shabbat adon ha'ol, na'teinu l'rotzeh b'shit, shelo asanu le'aratzot, ve'lo samadu mishpachot ha'ama, shelo samadu k'k'mahem, ve'lo areinu b'chol ha'am, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtacharim continues to always be a blessing. On this Shabbat, we recall those who have recently departed from our lives and our community: Caroline Langer, Sterling McBrady, Judith Rice, Alberta McGrin, Jackie Bluestein, and Robert McDowell. We also remember those whose yard sites we recall on this Shabbat and during this coming week: Frida Barrel, Charlie Dora Borovinsky, Albert Seibel, John Cosman, Norman Friedman, Norman Frisch, William Golden, Georgia Zohar Ahmed, Arlene Carol Hanu, Sophie Jacobs, Tessie Jaskin, Sophia Jackman, Rose Kaplan, Samuel Klein, Sylvia Saltz Hornlow, William Lenson, Joseph Light, Harold Martin, Shira Rum, Edward Grossman, Ben Shapir, Nathan Superman, Gil Tokerman, Samuel Waldman, Eva Zappel, Florence L. Zimmerman, and Edward Friedman. If there's anyone here who's in the period of mourning of Shiva, Shloshim, or Shana, who's observing a yard site of a loved one whose name I have not called, I encourage you to please share the names with us as I face in your direction. all those who have given their lives up to Hashem for the sanctification of God's holy name. For all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we join together on page 598, our Kaddish Yatom, our Mother's Kaddish. Yitna mikdash le'ala, ve'alma divar p'yutei v'yam nikva p'yutei, v'chayevon v'yevon v'chayei kol beit Yisrael, v'yalel mizman karev v'yimru amen. Yei shnei ra'al v'rach le'lam amen. Yifarach v'yishtarak v'yita'ar v'yituma v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yikaleh v'yitalal Schnee v'yishal v'yitu. Ve'elam yimkol birchata v'shirata, tishbachata v'nechemata, v'aviram v'yamma v'yivru amen. Yei shema hara v'yishmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yivru amen. Osei shalom v'yimma, v'yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yivru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who are bereaved, and let us say together, amen. So in just a moment, well, first we're going to invite Anthony and Stacy. Come on up. I agree, because you're going to help us with our closing song. Yeah, absolutely. After our closing song, which by the way is Lift Me Luck, it's in your pamphlets if you have those. We're going to invite you to join us outside in the living room, so through the doors on your left. Come out and join us for a kiddush and a motzi in honor of Alanah Mitzvah. There's little cups of grape juice. It's all grape juice. Please take a small cup of grape juice. Don't drink it though, because we're going to come together and say the blessing over the fruit of the vine and a motzi. So in the meantime, let's join together with Alanah.
To the land that I will show you, and to what makes you my own. Let me alive, but you'll be you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. And I shall bring your name praise. Let no one shall bring your name. Let me alone to place that I will show you. Listen, God, I hear. Listen, God, I hear. Listen, God, I hear. And you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing.
We'll keep my temple going,